Ready, breakthrough. You don't know no better. Ready.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Gordon. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack, and remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Okay, ready.
Now back to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten. Get it.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Look, squeeze. Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
That's it, baby.
and 1.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. 53's mine. Come on, D. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Man up. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Back. Check 3. Go out. Ready.
They'll run with Mixon. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and a step.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, Herbert. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. He's coming. He's got double 8.
They run it here with Gordon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking now.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Go. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Hey, check. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. He's driven.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Gordon on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Switch, on. Jam. Joker. Slap in. Ready, go.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. All day, every day, any day. Spine. No.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Ready?
Throwing again. Herbert. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike, check. 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to our 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert, he's got his tight end, David Njoku. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
That's another 49ers first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check three. Check the hot read. Patch it.
From the gun again to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Exit. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Bravo! Hey! Go, Jackrabbit, come on!
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A big play there by Gordon. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
And the Rams first down.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Two, fellas, let's go.
Second and 10. And that's complete to Cooks. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Let's go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that these slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the ready. Watch 57. Hey, watch the slant. Ready, ready.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. 55. Check. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check, check, check. Squeeze, squeeze. Get in there. Check 25. Check.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Set, ready. 50, clear. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper. Check, check, check. Let's go.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Jordan Berry now. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, Charlie. 53, Mike.
2nd down and inches. Jones has it, and they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
61, matchbox, light, snap.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Protein spill. Look, squeeze. Watch the whip. He's checking. Go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Go.
Alert 3. Slam. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Begin.
Now they run with Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 11. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. I know he ain't got it. 5. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. It's been a long day for you. Mike, 53. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Let's go. 260 outlaw. Ready, go.
He's back to throw. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Check 43.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the twist.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Gator. Roll out. Check 5.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. He's taken down at the 7th after a gain of 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
I'm going back to you.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on.